Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I took my very embarrassing and messy basement, and after weeks of work and over 5 hours of footage, I was able to turn it into this, my new office space slash architecture studio, because I'm currently an architecture student that needed one of these spaces to complete all of my projects. So if you guys want to see how I did this transformation, please keep on watching. So step one to this process was to get rid of this giant mess that we have in the basement. So I went through and I got rid of so many things. I donated a whole bunch more, and I even went through all of my supplies and just kept the things that I absolutely needed and just got rid of the rest. And then I took those supplies that I decided to keep and cleaned them up really nicely so that I can begin organizing all the clean supplies. Which brings me to step two, which is to begin organizing. As for storage, I went with this IKEA dresser. I liked how sleek it was, and it was a really good size to hold all of my things. So I got to building that dresser, and IKEA furniture is always a headache to build. This is what it looked like when it was all done. I was really happy with how it came out. In order to preserve the life of the dresser, especially if you're going to be storing things like supplies, a good tip is to measure out the inside of the drawers and then use this like thick plastic that you can get at Hobby Lobby. They sell it like by the yard, and you just cut out the pieces with the measurements that you just measured. It's really easy to cut as well. I disinfected it as well so that it can be nice and clear, and you just place them at the bottom of the drawers, and it'll protect the dresser from any scratches or any damage. Along with the dresser, I also got different organizers, like this little file paper thing where I was able to organize all of my cardstock and paper. And after getting rid of all the mess and organizing all my supplies, it went from this to this. Oh my god, so much better. I'm so happy that it's clean. So now we can go ahead and get into the fun part of the makeover. Now it's time to find your inspiration. Of course, my number one place to go is Pinterest. I was completely sold on doing a green accent wall after seeing these photos. Here are a few of my favorite ones that I chose. And basically what I gathered was that I'm gonna have my green wall with some tan colors as well as some gold accents. So I got that idea and I rolled with it, which made it time to paint. I did the basic things. I just filled in all the holes, got rid of all the screws or anchors that were in the wall, and then I gave all the walls a good wipe down with like a rag, and I began taping to prep for the paint. And once it was all done, it was time to go paint shopping. And honestly, I'm not the best person to be giving advice on how to paint because I'm not the best painter. But this is the brand I'm using. It's called Pittsburgh. I got a gallon of just a white paint because I wanted to give the rest of the walls a nice fresh coat of white paint. And I just got to painting. I feel like people really underestimate what a fresh coat of white paint can do. Like, you can see how much wear and tear these walls have, and they're honestly not even white anymore. But oh my god, once I started to begin doing the fresh coat, it just made everything look so much more sleek and clean. I'm so happy that I decided to repaint all the walls white. Once it was dry, I went ahead and peeled off all of the tape. As for the green, I went with this middle shade called Pine Forest with the same brand, but instead I just got a little pint since we were just doing a wall, and I just went ahead and began painting the accent wall as well. After painting, I realized a really big problem in the space, which was the lighting. Oh my god, it was so dark, especially it being a basement without a window. So in order to fix this, I just switched out all the light bulbs with light bulbs that had more like lumens. I did some research. I'll leave them linked down below, so in case you guys have the same problem of lighting, you guys could get maybe the same light bulbs that I did. It made a giant difference. The basement had so much more light, especially with the dark green walls. It looked a lot better. Alright, so step 5, I'm going to show you guys some DIYs that I did for the basement. This first one was this acrylic whiteboard that I saw all over Pinterest. It was honestly so pretty to me, and I thought it would be really nice to like put my to-do lists and homework and all that stuff on there. So I just went to Hobby Lobby and I got this acrylic sheet. I got the biggest size, which I believe was a 24 by 36, and although they come with like a protective sheet on them, I put painter's tape in the corners because we do not want it to crack, because we are going to be drilling through them. And then you're also going to need these hardware pieces. They're called standoffs. I got them in the color gold, and they come with everything that you need, which includes this little template, which makes it really easy to mark out where you're going to drill. You just choose one of the holes and like put it against the corner and mark it. I chose the middle one because I thought that was best for my size of board. And then with a drill bit of the size 13 over 32, I just went in and started to drill. Honestly, going slow and steady is probably the best way to do it. It might take a little while because it is like plastic. I did try to change to a titanium drill bit, which honestly didn't help very much. It was kind of the same thing. Just go nice and slow and you'll eventually make the holes on all 4 corners. And once you do that, you could go ahead and take off the protective film that's on both sides of the board. Hanging it up on the wall is pretty self-explanatory. Just mark out where you want them to be, like using those holes that you drilled. Just mark it with a pencil, and then using a drill bit that's 13 over 64, just drill some holes, hammer in the anchor, and then using the other side of the standoff and the screw that it comes with, just put like the screw through that part and then screw that into the wall, if that makes sense. After you have those, you put the piece of acrylic on top of it, and then the top piece of the standoff, you screw that in. So it's kind of like a sandwich with the acrylic in the middle. And after that, you can just write on it with a liquid chalk marker or a dry erase marker, and it's pretty cool. Another really simple DIY that I did that honestly made a really big difference is spray painting these little plug covers. I made them gold to go with the green wall, and I just spray painted them evenly and then let them dry and screwed them back into the wall. Another really small thing that I did was just tidy up the space, like getting rid of my cat's big litter bag and putting it into this container. Just again, cleaned it up and made the space look a lot more polished. Let's move on to step 6, which is going to be decorating. I put together my desk that I also got from IKEA. It's just this big plain white one. It was really easy to put together. And then I also assembled my new chair that I also got. And we can start putting everything into the space now. So the first thing I put down was a large rug. It's actually an outdoor rug, and it's from Menards. And the reason why I chose this is because it's very inexpensive, because I'm going to be doing lots of messy projects in here. I needed something that I could easily replace and that was durable and easy to clean. So this was the best option. It was also really large, and they came in different colors. I just got the tan one, and I actually kind of pulled it off of the wall because instead of just having like everything thrown against the wall, I wanted to create different sections. I then put my desk over the rug and placed my chair. This is a closer look at the chair. It's like white cushion with gold armrests and gold wheels. And then I also put this lamp that is also white and has gold accents. And then I just placed a little wicker garbage can under the desk. Now let's go ahead and work on this little corner over here. So I originally had this set up with this green couch chair and side table, and honestly I really liked it. But then a few days later, these chairs came into the picture, and oh my god, these are so much cuter. I just placed them in this little section with some pillows so that I could have a little sitting area. And I just put like a little dangling plant on the windowsill. And on that side table, it's just like this coaster for drinks and then 2 candles that match my whole green theme. As for the dresser on the other side of the room, I placed my drawing board on top. It has little stands, so I just put those little stands up and put it there because I need quick access to that when I'm doing my drawings. And right beside that, I placed these 2 vases with some greenery in the inside. I had a lot of big material like foam board and chipboard for my models and my big drawing pad, so in order to hide these away and not have them out in the open, I just tucked them into the back of the dresser just like this, and it was a really easy way to get them out of the way, and they're still easily accessible. So for the wall on top of the dresser, I'm going to show you guys the best hack to get a nice big piece of artwork. I first went to Pinterest to figure out what picture I wanted. You can use anything. It could be a picture of you and your friends or from online. I chose a piece of black and white architecture. Once I decided on a photo, I saved it on my computer and then I opened up Photoshop. I'm sure there's other programs that you can do this on. Photoshop was just easiest for me, so that's what I used. And I basically created a canvas that was 24 by 36 because that's the size that I wanted my poster to be. It can be however big you want it to. And then I pulled in my picture and resized it to fit the poster size. And then I went ahead and saved that onto my computer at a high resolution to make sure that it was as clear as it could be. Here's the hack. You're gonna go onto staples.com and you're gonna get this printed as an engineering print. You can get really big posters for an inexpensive price. You just have to upload that file that we just saved, and then you select the size that you made it. Mine was a 24 by 36, but they have all those different sizes and it should fit perfectly because we just made that size on Photoshop for the picture. And in the special instructions, you might just want to clarify that you're getting an engineering print with a photo on it. You just want to make sure to clarify so that they get it right. This is what it looked like when I picked it up. It was perfect, and I just popped it into a frame that I got from Target that fit this size of paper, and I hung it on the wall, and this is what it looked like. It came out so nice. I'm so happy with it. That kind of completes all of the decorations that I did, and I just wanted to include that for the other storage. I just put it against the wall that the gym was on just to kind of get it out of the way. But after that was all done, I was completely done with the space. Let's give you guys the final reveal. Let me remind you what it looked like before and what it looks like now. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing this transformation. I'm so happy with how mine came out, and comment down below any suggestions or questions that you guys have, and please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.